who are your competitors in this market? Have you listed who is doing this now? Because you want to look and see, why are they doing it? Why are they successful at doing it? Or why are they not successful at doing it? What is their pricing structure? How are they delivering that message to the customers? How are they getting customers and this sort of thing? So kind of talk to me about your customers.
Sure. So, and as a matter of fact, I actually wanted to have a conversation in regards to that because during my research, I came across a little pickle that I need to sort out, and that's picking out my specific competitors, because in my eyes, I see a competitor as someone that is capable of doing my task, no matter how much money they spend or no matter what tools they have for them to get to that goal. Now, when I specifically look at social media, I see a lot of parents doing this stuff on their own with an iPhone or an Android. So based on my production and what I envision myself doing, I know that it's going to take investments. I know it's going to take money for me to produce high quality work. Are those people that use iPhones my competitors, or do I consider them to be just someone that are just doing the same thing based on making videos?
Yeah, 100%. It's great. So you're absolutely right. So the competitors you have are going to be, you've got KDZ creative. The competitor might be XYZ creative or XYZ filming or anything like that. That is going to be one set of competitors. You'll be able to understand who those are. You can call any tournament director and ask them who's doing the videography for your tournament, and they'll tell you who it is. They'll give you 3 or 4 different names, and that's pretty easy to do. You are exactly right. You are competing with mom and pop holding an iPhone or a digital camera and recording that game. So the question is going to be, how do you give them the service is going to be better. An iPhone is going to be kind of moved around a little bit. It's going to be jumbled up a little bit. So your quality is going to be better than that. But then it becomes a value proposition. How much can you sell that video to mom and dad when they can do it basically for free? One, they're spending time to do it. So they want to gain back their time. What is that time value to them? So if they're not watching the game and they're sitting doing this all the time, they're not really watching the game. It's hard for them to do that. So if you could say, I can sell you this production for $20, let's say, then that's a viable customer and they may take you up on it. Now, can you make $20 and live on that filming an entire game? There's no way. So your proposition is to say, how can I acquire 20 of the parents to pay $20 to film this exact same game? And now you have $400 of revenue for an hour's worth of work. And it's really important. So you're going to figure out how to scale it up. So you may get one parent for the first time, and it's okay. You're going to spend your time, and your time is money. But when anybody starts on a business, it's okay to invest your time to be successful. So you might have one contact on a team, and that one contact will say, yeah, Coach K, I'll pay you $20 for it. And you say, okay, Mrs. Jones, I appreciate it. I'm going to do this game for $20. Your job is to film the game, but what your next job is to say, Mrs. Jones, can I please have you refer me to the other 19 parents on the team? Because I would love to do this for them. And you know what? Instead of charging $20, I'll charge them $15 for the game. And that way, instead of you making 20 a game, now you're making 300. Your goal is to get up to 400. So your job is to do a great service for the parent, deliver a great product, and then the next thing you're going to do is to sell the other parents on the team to deliver that product to them. So, Coach K, the first competitor we talked about, which would be XYZ videography or filming, whatever it may be, it's important that you understand what they're charging and who they're selling their product to. So maybe a club team has a specific person that films their games at tournaments. That's something that you need to understand and understand what they're charging. They may be going to the club team and saying, I'll film this game for you for $150 or $200, but I want to do 10 games out of the year. And so that is a negotiated contract or a negotiated price that they have up front. Your job is then to go to the club teams and say, you know what? I want to give you a value proposition. You're going to compete. You're going to be competing on price, service, and yourself. Pricing wars are always tough. It's really the relationship. So you want to figure out what you can do above and beyond. Maybe I'll do 10 games for you, but I'll come and do 4 practices for free. Or I'll come and break the film down in a certain way. So figure out what you can do above and beyond that'll help you get in the door with one club team. If you get into one club team, now you have a referral to a second, third, fourth, fifth club team. And that's how it starts snowballing. And then your job at that point is to figure out, how can I hire somebody that has the same skill set as me or better, that can go do the same job as you or better, and film those other type of events or venues for them. So Coach K, on competitors, have you done the research and figured out who some of the competitors might be in this channel that you're going down?
Yeah, so I was able to target 2 production companies based in the Mid-Atlantic area. Their main focus is getting a lot of kids and a lot of parents from clubs. Doesn't necessarily have to be soccer, but soccer, lacrosse, even swimming, where they'd go in, set up, do a production shoot where they highlight that particular client, and then they would resell it as a package. And depending on what you request from that package, whether it's something that they're trying to sell or something they're trying to obtain for a collegiate coach or just something for home video purposes, they would base their price based on what you were looking for. And they would have different stages going from there.
Okay. Well, that's great. So what you'll learn from those 2 competitors is pretty much what the market will bear for your services. And you might want to find maybe 2 or 3 more. So you want to have maybe a sampling of 5 competitors in the area. So, what's the market going to bear for the program or the filming that you want to do? Once you know that, and then the next time we come back, I think we need to break down, okay, is it $100 for that film? Is it $200? I don't know the answer to that, so that's what I'm relying on you. If you come back and tell me that, because there's going to be setup time, there's going to be breakdown time. So I want to know, when you do an event or a game or filming for an athlete or something like that, I want to know how much time is involved in that, so we can break down what you potentially can make per hour. And then the next part of it is, if we're going to spend $5,500 on equipment, if you're actually going to go out and borrow money from a friend, relative, whatever it may be, or come up out of pocket, $5,500. I need to know, okay, you've got to be compensated for your time. That's worth money. And then you've got to pay that money back to wherever you got it from. So we have to make sure that this is a viable opportunity for you that you can make money in, and also pay off the equipment that you're going to potentially buy. So Coach K, what I think we should do is look at the pricing that you kind of have from your competitors. We're going to create some sort of pricing model that you're going to be able to charge for your customers. I want to make sure it works, because if you're going to do this side hustle, we need to make sure we value your time. And a lot of people don't usually do this. They don't really sit down and say, you know what, I make this at my company, I work this many hours, but they don't take in consideration commuting time or emails at night and those sort of things. So I really want to make sure we break down your time value per hour, and you'll understand that. How much time is it going to take? How much money can you make when you do a certain video? How much are we going to have to pay back for the purchase of the equipment and all that good stuff? And I want to break down so everybody at home understands what's going on.
Sounds good, Alex.
Make sure you like, follow, or comment, and we'll see you next week.